Hello intuitive friends, and welcome back to the channel. And today I have an exclusive pick a card reading focusing on what may be possibly unfolding for you this upcoming week, starting Monday, August 24th, all the way through August 30th. But first, my name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. Intuitive friends, these messages may or may not resonate for you, and if they don't, that's fine. I have lots of topics and themes in the playlist. But first, let's take a look at the groups and then allow your intuition to guide you to the group that calls you intuitively. All right. Group number 1 is represented by the Carnelian crystal. Carnelian crystal is representing group number 1. Group number 2 is being represented by the MOSS Agate crystal. MOSS Agate crystal is representing group number 2. Intuitive friend, down below in the description box, you will see timestamps. Allow your intuition to be your guide, and I'll see you in your designated group. Hello, intuitive friend, and your intuition helped you to select group number 1, which is represented by the Carnelian crystal. Group number 1, remember that these messages may or may not resonate for you, and if they don't, that's fine. I do have other themes and topics in the playlist. Now, this reading will be focusing on what may be possibly unfolding for you this week, starting Monday, August 24th, all the way through Sunday, August 30th. Remember, some of you, this may resonate at the beginning of the week. Others of you may be mid or late week. I do have preliminary cards here, and of course, I will be doing live shuffling to give you more information and more details. Now, down below in the description box, you will see the August monthly reading. If you've missed it, take a look at that. That may also give additional free messages here for you. And I also did a all signs reading focusing on what may change after this lunar eclipse. Now, the lunar eclipse will be occurring this week, August 28th. It's going to be a partial lunar eclipse. However, it is going to be quite deep, as 96% of the moon will be in that eclipse shadow side. All right. So that being said, let's take a look at what may be possibly unfolding for you. You have, excuse me, round and round, as well as growth. Growth is a journey. Trust each step. Now, if you take a look here at this round and round card, there is a spiral shell starting at the 3rd chakra space, or the space between the eyebrows, or the space right in the middle of the forehead, and it's swirling outward. Okay, so what I'm picking up in regards to this energy here of round and round is it feels like, especially with the fact that there is a lunar eclipse happening on the 28th, that there may be a cycle of completion, something that you either have been thinking about, wondering about, maybe dealing with, some chapters from the past, whether that past was several days ago, several weeks ago, months ago, or years ago. There is possibly here the sense of growth in retrospect. So in hindsight 2020, you seeing something here that you perhaps either weren't able to see before, or maybe you weren't ready to see before. There may be here some memories. This could be someone, it could be a person, it could be memories that you experienced before that may be coming up for some type of resolution. Now, it could be you physically connecting with certain people or certain situations, or there could be a similar situation, circumstance, or event coming up this week that will trigger a memory of, you know what, I've dealt with this before, or this is eerily familiar to how I felt when fill in the blank, okay? So I'm picking up this energy here in regards to this round and round. But the positive thing here about the lunar eclipse is that there's a release of that emotional cycle. So there's this energy here of not wanting to repeat it, and therefore, because you don't want to repeat it, there's an energy here of you looking at this in a very different way, whether it's a sudden realization, whether it's a kind of like a recognition of a pattern, a situation, a circumstance, or event that may have happened in the past or recent past, but there's growth connected to this upcoming week. There's this sense of like a pattern, a storyline, and you recognizing that, whether it's through your actual thoughts and memories, or whether there's an intuitive type of, it feels quite familiar. I wouldn't be surprised here if, and by the way, this is coming across as very specific, that you may have a deja vu type of energy here this upcoming week, because it's coming up here with this round and round. I do feel that something is coming for a kind of like this full round circle type of energy, a full circle moment where your ability to see, feel, or experience something in a very different way, look at it in a different way, perspective-wise, maybe even look back at something and realize that you've grown, and that even if there is a similar situation, circumstance, event, or pattern or storyline with a person this upcoming week, you've learned, and it's like you're going to apply the lessons from that growth that you've encountered, or that you may even be realizing this upcoming week. Now, let's take a look and see what other messages are coming through. Group number one, just a reminder that this message is focusing on Monday, August 24th, all the way through Sunday, August 30th. That lunar eclipse will be occurring August 28th. And as I said before, you will have two links down below in case you are interested in exploring more messages, which are all free here on the channel. All right, let's take a look here at what else may be possibly unfolding here for you. Group number one, Monday the 24th through Sunday the 30th. Queen of Cups, beautiful energy. Like I said, emotional maturity, emotional intelligence. The Queen of Cups is the sense of maturity when it comes to emotions. Cups is yin energy, matters or things connected to the heart, emotive energy here. And it says, I trust my knowing and follow my heart. Now, the Queen of Cups is this possible energy that you may be embracing this week, where there is this connection between your intuition and your heart, as well as the nurturing and the compassion that is needed in order for you to either deeply understand a possible release of emotions, okay, from the past or recent past, that either has been on your mind through memory or maybe in your heart chakra. But the Queen of Cups here is here to remind you that, you know, give yourself the grace, the patience, the nurturing, the compassion, the self-care that may be needed for you this upcoming week in order for you to, again, be aware of perhaps an old story pattern, but also here to illuminate you and do things or select and choose or make decisions in a different way, one that comes from growth and maturity. Let's see what else is coming through for you, group number 1. Remember, this could be connected to a situation. Ooh, what is going on? There we go. A situation, circumstance, or event. It could be connected to a memory. It could even be connected to a person or an environment here. But this upcoming week, there's this sense of coming back to that awareness or that emotion or that energy and finding resolution with a sense of emotional maturity and emotional intelligence. You have here victory. You're going to have a very successful week here, whether it's something that you're going to see as rewards, opportunity. This could be a realization, feeling like you finally have been able to let X, Y, and Z go, whatever those things or that thing or someone may be, or again, memories, or maybe the energy. But victory here, there could be some recognition coming your way. Now, this could be people in your career, in your job. This could be friends, family, or loved ones. Or this could be you just being very proud of yourself, looking back at things that you've had to deal with in the past or recent past, whether it's been a few days ago, a few weeks ago, a few months ago, or maybe even a few years ago. Victory is saying that there is this energy around you this upcoming week where you're going to see how much you have grown, or you're going to feel this sense of, wow, you know, I was a very different person last year this time, or 3 months ago, or 5 months ago. So there is this beautiful energy here of being proud of yourself and maybe even getting recognition from other people. What I'm also picking up here in regards to victory is that there could be some sort of situation, circumstance, or event that's upcoming week. Now, remember, it could be in any area of your life, but there could also be this sense of connecting with someone and a sense of resolution or clearing, you know, having this kind of clean slate type of energy as well. Some of you may be getting some sort of good news, maybe here, either someone, whether it's in your career or your professional circle, or whether it's, you know, in whatever way that this may be. It could even be spiritual. You could be in this awareness of the spiritual growth that you have been encountering, or maybe even be leaping towards this upcoming week. But victory is success. Okay, so there could be some good news coming your way. There could also be successful deals, negotiations, successful connections, you know, mending, fixing something here that's been on your mind or may come up this upcoming week. I do feel that you're going to come up with a very either good idea or an idea here that brings some sort of solution or resolution here, and it's going to help something grow. All right. So for some of you, there could be a very good idea coming your way. And I feel that it is something that you're very deeply emotionally connected to or passionate about, as well as your intuition. So pay attention to anything that just suddenly kind of comes up in the back of your mind. Because there could be a really good opportunity here to expand on an idea here that may be very successful. Now remember, this could be in any area. Let's see what else is coming through for you, group number 1. And then of course we're going to close this reading with this last and final deck here. And intuitive friends, remember to give me a thumbs up if you feel like you have gain some value in this reading. Now look at that new cycle, newborn butterfly, renewal, transformation, adaptability. All right, a bringer of change. Release me from my own dark chrysalis. Again, validation, confirmation, and what I was picking up at the top of the reading with this round and round, and this energy that I was picking up in regards to either experiencing something or someone or memory that you experienced in the past or recent past, coming back for some type of resolution, some type of release of that emotional cycle. So you being very much aware or conscious that you don't want to repeat certain situations, circumstance, events. And because you don't want to repeat them, there's this energy here of a brand new cycle. So thinking about something in a different way, looking at something from a different way, a new perspective, a very aha moment type of realization here. So there could be like you are able to connect the dots. And because of that, because you know better, there's this energy here of you wanting to do better, having a brand new cycle. Now here it says adaptability. So there may be, as I mentioned at the top of the reading, a situation, circumstance, or an event that is very similar that you may have gone through before. But this time around, because of your growth, because of your emotional maturity and emotional intelligence, the way that you may go about a solution, a resolution, or how you may choose to walk a different path will be a path or may be a path of success and victory. So it's like you may be getting a, kind of clean slate, second chance, do something different, realize something here, and this sense of aha, or this sense of, you know what, I do need to start doing something a little bit different, is going to come to some sort of realization. And that realization may be a very profound transformation. Now, this could be in your career or professional life, as well as your social circle or your domestic scene, or maybe even your spiritual growth as well. That being said, I wish you the very best, group number one, in this upcoming week. And by the way, I want to talk about here this carnelian crystal, because the carnelian crystal has a lot to do with fire, the fire element here. So you may be very much inspired this week to move in the direction of success and victory. And you may even be acknowledged for it, recognized for it, whether it's tangible recognition and rewards, or whether that is possible new opportunities coming your way. That being said, group number one, take care, have a great week, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you soon. Hello, group number two. Group number two, your intuition helped you select group number two, which is represented by the MOSS Agate crystal. Intuitive friends, as I mentioned at the top of the introduction, these messages will be focusing on what may possibly be unfolding for you this upcoming week, starting Monday, August 24th, all the way through Sunday, August 30th. Now, these messages may or may not resonate for you, and if they don't, that's fine. You can take a look at more themes or topic readings here on my channel in the playlist section, all free messages there for you. That being said, intuitive friend, these messages here, or these two cards here, are the preliminary cards. I will be shuffling and giving you more details and information as the reading unfolds. But just a reminder here that this upcoming week, we have a lunar eclipse, which will be occurring in Pisces, and that's going to be happening on August 28th. Now, if you're interested in learning more about how that may possibly impact you, then take a look down below in the description box, where you will see two links. One of the links is going to be connected to the monthly readings in August, and the second link is connected to the all signs reading that I did, focusing on what may possibly change after that lunar eclipse. That being said, let's take a look at what may be unfolding here for you this upcoming week. Wow, and you have here deep knowing and awakening. Awakening is the process of discovering your true self. Wow, very interesting here for you, group number 2, because this is saying here energetically that there may be this kind of quiet realization on something. All right, now for some of you here, this owl, well, I feel that this owl is very significant. That's number 1. Now, owls could be 2 energies here that I'm picking up. It could be knowledge, so learning something, discovering something, reading up on something, researching, gaining some type of information here this upcoming week. I'm also picking up here because owl is a bird. Birds to me symbolize communication. They could also symbolize travel. So for those of you who have a tendency to astral travel, you may have some dreams about like flying or having some type of getting astral projection. The third thing that I'm picking up here symbolically through that owl is your intuition, wisdom. And this week, there may be something that either you hadn't understood before or didn't acknowledge before that may be coming to the forefront. I'm even picking up here that your dream state or if you meditate or you do meditative activities, there's this energy here of you getting some type of download or getting some type of realization when you are in this kind of like quiet time or silent mode type of energy. Your gut feeling this upcoming week may be very, very high. So pay attention to dreams, pay attention to your gut level feeling, to hunches, to your intuitive awareness, but also your curiosity to find out more information about something, because your sense of curiosity this week may peak. There may be this kind of increase of wanting to learn more, discover more, read more on either a topic, an information. And of course, this could be in any area of your life. It could be in your professional life, career, work. It could be in your social circle, friends, family, loved ones. It could even be very much connected to your spiritual circle as well. So your spiritual beliefs or the sense of being able to connect the dots in something here that may have awakened. There may have been, I know it says awakening there, but I'm getting here awakening as like curiosity, wanting to explore, wanting to discover, finding out more about, maybe even here like fact checking, because I'm getting that also, kind of like wanting to really kind of fact check. So anything that you're told or something that you learn, it's like you want to know more about it this upcoming week. Now, for those of you who are in, I'm getting both professional and I'm getting also just your personal life. So let's start with the professional. If you are signing something, negotiating something, listen to your intuition, pay attention to the fine print, make sure you've read everything. So if it's like a progress report, if it's something like an email, because remember, it doesn't have to be like physically writing something, but this could be like double checking your emails before you send them, making sure that you read everything, especially if you have a tendency to like encounter like a lot of information on an email. It's going to be super important this week for you to read everything in order to understand everything that is there, and maybe even fact check something. So if information comes to you in whatever way, shape, or form, whether that's a conversation, whether it's an email, whether it's, you know, a meeting or something, there's this energy that I'm picking up about you paying attention and maybe even becoming curious and maybe even fact checking something here. So that is of importance here. For those of you who may be like about to sign something in regards to maybe an apartment, a home, or some type of agreement in your personal life, I'm getting here, listen to your gut level feeling, and of course, make sure you understand whatever it is that you may be signing. So there may be this kind of awareness here that awakens within you, or this sense of like, either something doesn't feel right, or you're like, okay, this feels really like this is a good, you know, move because I've done my research, because I've done the work behind the scenes and getting the information, or clarifying if you have more questions about something. You know, again, the owl is coming across here as being more knowledgeable, because there could be here some hidden truth or a sense of why is this way, or why is this being presented or said in this way, or how did this person, or how did this information come to this conclusion. So there's this kind of, again, I'm getting this sense of wanting to get a deeper understanding about something or someone, because this could be having to do with a person as well. It could be a person, a negotiation. Again, it could be in any area of your life. But there is this sense of being more curious, okay? Like truly wanting to know more. And I don't feel, by the way, that this is like some dramatic, like, you know, thing, like you're going to be like, you know, expressing something in a dramatic way. On the contrary, I feel that you're going to be paying attention and moving silently. So it's like you're going to be able to connect the dots before you speak on something, before you answer something. So that's going to be super important this week. If you're not sure about an answer, don't just make it up, because this could also be the reverse. Someone could fact check what you say or hold you down to a specific perspective because you said something out of like, you know, let me just get this person out the way, or let me just get this information out the way. I would say that this week you take your time, especially with the fact that we have that lunar eclipse coming in. Be open to advice as well, okay? Be open to constructive criticism. Even if you don't agree, don't do a pushback. Just listen. And again, listen and fact check. All right, let's take a look here at what else is coming through for you here, group number 2. Now, I want to talk about that agate crystal, because the MOSS agate crystal is very much connected to earth, to nature. So this week you may want to ground your energy in order to be more open to, you know, like physical knowledge or intuitive knowledge here that may be coming in. All right, let's see what else is coming through for you here, group number 2. And you have here the Death card in Tarot. It says, I let go to embrace new beginnings. This sense of curiosity, or this sense of fact checking, which I'm picking up here, may be very important. It may bring something to a close or something to an end, whether you choose it or whether it's chosen for you. I keep getting this energy here about Pay attention. Keep your receipts. That could be texts, emails, things that have been discussed, and you have some sort of physical evidence on something here that may be useful to, in a way, clear a matter or clear a situation that may possibly be coming up or that may have happened in the past or recent past. But there's this sense here of you gaining more clarity about this situation. And who knows, maybe there's this kind of like going back to, months or years back in regards to kind of like evidence or receipts here. But I'm getting this something about like keep your receipts. Now, the Death card in tarot is about a closure. So there may be an ending that either you will be moving towards this week or you'll be letting go of the emotional energy, the cycle, the situation, or your memories connected to something that ended before, but you're dealing with the emotions or, in a way, releasing the emotions this upcoming week. Okay? So again, it says, I let go and embrace new opportunities. Now, new opportunities could be coming up this upcoming week for you, starting here maybe Monday the 24th through Sunday the 30th, or there could be the beginning of something, of a new opportunity coming in. What I'm also getting here is the dust settling over a dispute, an ending, or some sort of situation, circumstance, or event here. Now remember that the Death card is symbolic. It's symbolic for transformation. So there may be a very kind of important transformation this week for you. Okay? It could be in regards to trusting your intuition, to trusting your fact-checking, trusting that you're curious here because there's something about maybe new knowledge coming in your direction, a new way of doing something here after this ending or because of an ending or the ending of a cycle or something transforming here. But whatever it is, there's an energy here that this is going to kind of in a way pull at your heartstrings. And the reason why I'm saying that is because this Death card in tarot is ruled by Scorpio, and Scorpionic energy, of course, as you know, Scorpio is a water sign. So whatever this is, it is dealing with yin energy. So it's dealing either with your emotions or it's dealing with this inner intuitive feeling that you may be getting here. You may even be getting some sign, symbol, synchronicities that a chapter is closing and that a new one is opening up. Okay, so there is something of like letting go of the past and something new approaching. This could be new people, new opportunities, new energy. It could be a new, oh, interesting. You have 2 moons here and 2 moons here. And what's very interesting here, group number 2, is that we had 2 eclipses. One was solar, which happened August 12th, and the lunar eclipse will be occurring on August 28th. So there is something here in the month of August. And then, of course, we're talking about this week of August 24th through the 30th. There's something here in this month of August that's been very, very enlightening, important, maybe even here, something that you've understood, maybe the why or the how of something. And this week seems like a very transformative week for you here, group number 2. Let's get more information here. What else is coming through? for group number 2, August 24th through August 30th. There you go. Thinking, the thinking person. Not just thinking, but thinking clearly, because that's a clear quartz crystal that this person is holding. It's going to be super important for you to ground your energy this week so that you're not allowing yourself to be swayed by external situations, circumstance, events, conversation, or people. There's this sense of you making up your own mind, connecting your own dots, and coming up with a more clear perspective of something, even if it may go against the grain in regards to what other people may be thinking or looking at. It's like you're going to have this sense of curiosity that's going to lead you into a breakthrough of clarity of some sort, where you're no longer going to be confused, or you're not going to be swayed into some sort of confusion here, because facts are going to prevail. Facts are going to be important. You're not just going to take something at face value. And if you have a tendency to just say yes, 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 okay, whatever, or not read something thoroughly, this is saying this week is super important for you to be on your P's and Q's. Okay, dot those I's, cross those T's, because it's going to be super important for you to be very clear on what you're understanding, what you're seeing, and if it's not clear, to find more information, to get the clarity, the knowledge, or listen to your intuition on whatever this may be. So, very, very interesting message here for you this upcoming week. I do feel that due to that lunar eclipse that's coming up on August 28th, there is this sense of ending certain cycle situations, mindset, or energy, and you having a very clear-minded focus this time around, or this week. Okay, so it's like there's this something like once and for all. That's the energy that I'm picking up, and it's super important, and it's connected to the 2 eclipses. One, so take a look and pay attention how things have been moving, either in your personal life, in your professional career, work life, maybe even your spirituality, with friends, family, and loved ones, because there seems to be a connection, okay? There seems to be a connection having to do with the eclipses in August. And this connecting here, this message here, not only connecting to the last week of August, which is August 24th, Monday, all the way through Sunday, August 30th, but there's a kind of connection with other things that may have happened before this week. And it may be important for you to realize that this upcoming week, so that you can close something or let something go. All right, let's take a look here at what else is coming through for you. Don't forget, group number 2, to take a look at those free messages, those links that I'm going to add in the description box. If you're curious or interested in finding out or learning more about how this lunar eclipse may bring some positive changes into your life, but also how the month of August may have been kind of in a way panning out for you. Let's take a look at your last and final card, and you have here unique unicorn. Didn't I say that you may have a very unique perspective about something, or you may think about something like way differently than other people? So your unique perspective this week is going to be important. Your take on something, your understanding, or again, looking deeper into a conversation, or fact checking, or knowledge. Something here is going to be very unique to you. So you might sound like you're kind of way off from what everybody else is saying, but there's this energy here that you know what you're talking about. So whether it's intuitively an inner knowing or knowledge as in receipts, as in connecting dots and seeing something a whole lot clearer than perhaps other people, or that perhaps, you know, clearer now this upcoming week as opposed to, you know, before this week. Okay. All right, let's take a look at this unique unicorns. Now, what's interesting is this doesn't, oh, okay. I was going to say it doesn't look like a unicorn. Oh, you know what it looks like? It looks like a sea creature, which is interesting because water is yin energy. And so is intuition, yin energy. I feel that you're going to really be guided this week by your gut level feeling, your hunches. And that's why it's going to be super important for you to ground yourself. Work on your root chakra this week. If I were you, that's what I would do. Work on your root chakra this week by listening to solfeggio frequency of the root chakra energy, which is the body, the body energy center connected to safety, security. Also, it's connected to basic needs, you know, work, finances, things of that nature. It says here resilience, creativity. Again, there may be a clear, creative aha moment here for you that, you know, may be unique. It says an inborn tendency for creativity, finding your creative passion. Yeah, there is this aha moment, or there's this deeper sense of understanding that is going to come in or move quietly, or you're going to move quietly here in order to really do the groundwork or continue the groundwork here with this moss agate crystal in an idea or something that may come up. There is definitely here an awakening. And I want to just read this one last time before I go. It says, awakening is the process of discovering your true self. Yeah, you may discover something this week that can help you here rebuild something new in your life. Group number 2, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, if you found some value in these messages, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.